Welcome back to Timberborn, folks. Now, don't get mad. I've done a little bit of work because I wanted to do something and it was taking a lot of time. I've done a lot of grinding and I've changed quite a lot. I'll talk you through what we've changed first. So first things first, if I come here, you can see we've got a bit of a canal. So we've changed this up a little bit. So obviously this used to flood, it used to go all the way around the island and used to give us a nice green vegetative island. Now I've changed that completely. I decided I want to try and level this land as much as I can because we'll have a bigger surface area, we can build a lot more, we'll be able to organize things a little bit better that way. Now, in order to do that, I needed water. So I've kind of built as a canal that runs straight through it like this, straight from the floodgates. I've also built a tiny little one that runs straight through the middle of the farm, all the way out to this little island out here, and then it kicks around to the little pool at the back, and then it goes off the map. It took about 10 hours to do this. This section right here used to have all of my power buildings. It still does, but it was an absolute headache to move these things around. Now, one of the problems that I currently face is the aquatic farm is dried, and it's completely dried out. And today we're going to move it, and we're going to move it up here into this clever little section just here. The problem there is we do need to blow some stuff up and move some stuff around, so that's what we'll do. So unfortunately, first of all these trees are going to go because this is going to be nicely squared off. That's what I want to do. I want to square it all off, and then once it's squared off, we're going to get the aquatic farm in because this leaks still as we wanted it to, and it fills up this nice little bit of a lakey pond here. So I've got the dam piece to hold in the water, so it'll be perfect to hold in enough water so that we can have an aquatic farm back up and running. We haven't made any major changes to much else at the minute other than just those things, and it took ages. Oh yeah, I've also blasted this out. I did have an idea that I wanted to pump into this and use this to feed the canal, but I decided that this was better because obviously to pump into this would have took a pump and power and everything, and it was getting a bit crazy. We are also finished. If we remove the water, this is completely done. So while you guys are here, I think it's only fair that we blow this up. I've managed to avoid touching this for so long, and I want to see if it does what I want it to do. Might crash the game. So I've got one shot at this. Bear with me. Let's go. Oh. A little bit jittery. Wowzers, that's pretty awesome. We'll just clear up the steps and stuff out the bottom, and yeah, notice that we've missed one tiny little parcel of land over here. Not a big problem. We'll sort that bad boy out. But yeah, that is hopefully now going to give us a little bit more depth in the water. So already it looks so much smoother and cleaner. We'll get that last little bit blown up and get it out of the way. I also sort of switched this up a bit. So we put this was a level 4 platform, I guess you could argue. It's all metal. So we built this to stick that water pump on because these guys need more water. And I also did this because I wanted to have like a little bit of a waterfall that trickles down, but then I realized I haven't got anywhere for it to go just yet, and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. But it did also add a lot of greenery to the land around it, so it wasn't a complete waste of time. But back to this, I was hoping these boys would have this fish by now. They do not, so we'll speed them along. It's going to be an interesting one, and I hope it doesn't go too wrong, because I'm also going to have to demolish most of these buildings because I want to square this off as much as I can. And this is what I'm saying. As always, wouldn't it be so nice if we could get some materials back, some recyclables? It'd be so cool. So we'll knock all that down, and then we'll get rid of those as well. And it's starting to free the land up that little bit more, you know. It's starting to look so much better. Now we also want to blow this all up first. So, farm, aquatic farmhouse. So if I come out here, what I can do, path there, explode there. Well, we'll explode all of this, and we'll explode all of this. All right. Now you may see this does also have a tendency to leak at the minute, which is fine because it dries up pretty quick. Same as this one, dries up pretty quick. That is all to do with this lock gate here. If I keep this thing, usually have it right down at the bottom just so it constantly flows over. But yeah, it does cause a bit of problem. So we put that up, and then we get over here and crack on with this. So the idea here is this one's going to blow up, and it'll be stairs down, which will then take care of the rest of it, and then open the rest of it up. Now that does mean we can finally get rid of all these blocks. And remember what I was saying before? Probably not. That I wanted to get rid of as much of this stuff as I could because I just think it looks a bit ugly. Now I've got to be careful that I don't end up taking off some of my pathways through, which I might end up doing. So what we'll do first, let's get the crops up. If we get all of these up, that'll help my eyes work out what's going on because we don't need any of that. It's just trash now. It's no good. It also means that we can get rid of all this because we don't need these anymore. They're not going to be any use to us. All of this, all of the power. Oh, don't want to get rid of those stairs yet. Now we're talking, right? set off the chain reaction. Very nice. So yeah, what I was saying is stairs down here, and ideally I was looking to square this up along here, but that might be a little bit tricky. So our mate is all finished being built, and he hasn't got anything in range. So what we need is to put some of this, and we need some cattail because this stuff produces like a wheat, and it's really good for us. So we'll do half cattail, and when matey boy's finished doing these explosives, we'll detonate these. And the other half of these will be spatter duck stuff. That will provide us with some very well-watered food that should never go off. Just as a control measure though, just to keep this water where we want it, I'm just going to levy across there just to keep it in there because I need this to stay dry so I can work out where it falls on the crop so that I can dig another trench and put another trench in. But we are actually pretty short of wood, which, like an idiot, I didn't realise. But there's still a lot more levelling to do. So there's a lot more dynamite needed and a lot more explosives to bring this all down to a sort of ground level. Just building here. So the plan here is to put a dam piece here, and then it'll burst through. And it'll rush in here and maybe like have a little pool of water here that we can keep nicking from if we really need to. That was the thought. Anyway, not too sure if it'll work, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to give it a go. So it'll be like a little canal just seeps off the top to allow me to get some water in here. So how much explosives have we got? We've got a lot of explosives. We've got 162. We are going to do something risky here, and we're going to start with our berry field. This is one of our major sources of food, so we'll probably just do it in halves. So we'll rip them all up. Oh, and some carrots there as well. Rip up all of the pathway, and then I want to explode that down a level. Now obviously that'll also mean that all this will all be the same height then. It'll all be on floor level. We're okay hopefully for food because all this should be sort of watered, and this is potatoes, and we've got our man grilling like crazy over here. Although looking at it, that's not a lot of grilled potatoes or chestnuts going on. So now we're totally reliant on berries over here, which we are also kind of just ripping up. That is not what I wanted to see. Yeah, so with those levees in there now, that'll stop the water kind of flicking over the side and getting a little bit confusing on what's going to grow and what's not. So that's died and that's watered and alive. So yeah, I'd be looking at that line there. But because we're going to go down a level, we'll be actually closer to the water, so it might all change. I'm amazed at how fast this water is actually rushing through here. Maybe we'd be better off widening this. It's not as deep as I thought it would be either. When I started out blowing this, I thought it was like, oh, it's really deep, but then turns out it's not so deep. So we can look at making it wider and deeper as well, but I just want to get everything leveled as best as I can. I want to get most of it leveled, and I want to get my food sorted. I want to get food leveled and then back into production. It's not something that we can afford to mess around with. The drought has started. How are we looking up here? Oh yeah, I don't know if the guys told you about this. Yeah, I managed to do this up here. I know we got so far up once and managed to move a little bit closer up, so we're kind of put a pinch point in. Water is bucketing down there, but it does hold on to it quite well. Just want to see if I get some water around just to hold it all in, because obviously droughts are starting to get longer. This is a 9-day drought, and it does get a bit crazy, I'm not going to lie to you. So we're trying to keep hold of that water as much as we can, but it goes really quickly. At some point, I do think we do need to go up here, see what we can do with this. I think this will be a decent place to hold a lot of water. Get rid of all of this. Yeah. Oh, so awesome. I want to blow a trench through all of this. So we'll blow a trench this side. We'll go here with the trench. Dynamite! Right, let's go. Nice. Right, it's lower again. Lower again. This is what I spent 10 hours doing. Count yourselves lucky I didn't try and make a video out of that. I think that's it. I think that's the lowest level that we've got. It's only 2 down, really, so it's not too crazy. Right. Now we've got to get that out of the middle. But it does kind of give us a little bit more water back here. So now we can put our forester in here, and he can do his thing. Now the forester's going to go in there. We can get some berries going down here. And in fact, it'd be smart if we didn't do all of that, and we put a gatherer's post in, so the gatherer's flag can collect all those berries too. The water's run out. This is something we need to watch. Not paying attention. Crikey. So we might actually benefit from a couple of dam pieces or some gates in there, just to hold it back a little bit. The good news is the drought is over. So we'll start getting some water back in, which is okay. We're not doing too bad with it, really. Ooh, this place is nearly finished. Just got to sort out this corner over here. So we can blow this block out, put a dam piece in. The only bit I'm worried about is if it gets too high and comes out of here, where's it going to go? So really, nothing is going to be affected by it until it gets into this little trench and starts washing up here. If it starts washing up here too much, we might be in a bit of problems. We'll try it, we'll see what happens, and then we'll deal with the aftermath afterwards. Do we have 20 logs? No. There's no point in trying to build a dam piece if we haven't got the right bits, because all I'll end up doing then is panic as this little thing fills up. Don't want to be doing that. We have 20 logs now, so with 20 logs, I feel I'm going to regret doing this. Oh, look at it going. Get the dam, get the dam. This is just a visual graphics glitch. I'm sure you guys know that already. It'll be interesting to see just how much it actually fills up. It's actually starting to fill up pretty well now, which is kind of scary. But the dam piece is in place, even though it doesn't look like it is. And then this is just going to fill up. Hopefully. This needs to be a dam piece though, rather than just a big old gap that it was before. But what is that going to do with all this water? That's the scary thing. Is there enough room in the trench? Yes, for now. It's perfect. It works. It does work. Awesome. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a good pool of water. However, this is obviously still thundering down here because of the height difference. Why don't we make this a gate? It'd make way more sense to make it a gate than a dam piece, because then we could just shut it off completely. So all those wasted resources we're going to get rid of, and we're going to go put a gate in. We only need a floodgate of level 1. Is that going to cause any problems crossing? Maybe. Do we need to? Not really. I'll get that gate built pretty quickly though, so for now we're okay doing that. One gate is in and built, so we can literally turn that off. That's fantastic. So then that'll level itself out. So we do have a slight issue with a little bit of excess water over spillage, but I think that's just because it's kind of rushing in and it's like hitting and bouncing back. So if we just manage to get this to the other side, it might actually take care of that a little bit. That is having the same issue down here, so it does go a bit mental. We're getting on pretty well joining this up, which will be nice. We've got a big old long line of straight through again. And that means that we've got pretty good water space either side of this little river. So we should be able to have some good food coming back. Oh, we're ready. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We've got some food in the aquatic farm. We've got ourselves another trench, which is getting us better water across the farm fields, which is happy for us. And of course, we've got this extra body of water that we can break into should we need to. And I will catch you all again next time. Cheers for stopping by. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye, everybody.